Greetings and salutations, YouTube. Welcome back to Marlins franchise. We're 41 and 55, 96 games through the Major League season, over halfway done. We have come past the All-Star break. After making a major acquisition on the 13th, where we acquired Matt McLain from the also struggling Cincinnati Reds. So we're going to come in here and take on the New York Mets today. We will be using Edward Cabrera. Him and Jesus Luzardo have both struggled to pick up wins. So let's see if we can help Cabrera out a little bit here. This will also be our first time seeing. Sweet. We will be playing with quick counts. Everybody well rested following the All-Star break, which is good. If y'all remember, we did move Chisholm down in the order, and also had him switch spots with Nick Senzel when we're facing lefties. And I think it's been for the better. Chisholm's ERA, his batting average has gone way up since then. His clutch is starting to go down, which is unfortunate. I really wish his power numbers would improve, but it is what it is. Jake Berger's been much better lately. He's up to 19 home runs now. And you can see he is improving gradually. And then we'll see how Matt McLain does for us. That's the lineup. We haven't really talked about our other major trade acquisition this season, which is Alejandro Kirk. He's getting better, though, in every category, so no complaints there for me. So as we come into this, the Mets have got Harrison Bader, Pete Alonso, Tyrone Taylor on fire, and the 6 through 9 hitters in their order are cold, that being Ronnie Mauricio, Frankie Lindor, Brett Beatty, and Luis Torrens. The other two batters are Starling Marte and JD Martinez. Martinez being the designated hitter. It's kind of a weird signing by the Mets to me. That's kind of a win now signing, and they are not in win now mode. They can't decide really what they want to do. And last offseason they signed they signed Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander to big contracts. Those didn't work out, and now Scherzer and Verlander have collectively come to the state of Texas and were both competing in the playoffs last year, just not for the Mets. And Scherzer, of course, has got another World Series ring, but Harrison Bader is going to lead off this game with a double, so his hot streak kind of continues here. That is going to be fouled off on the third baseline by Starling Marte, and that is going to be a strikeout. I forgot we had quick counts on.
And there's one away. JD Martinez stands in. And it's second. Crushed. Left center field.
And JD Martinez is going to take that one deep, and this is what has been killing us at the games we've been playing, is giving up early runs.
And it gives them the lead in the first.
Martinez gets his 23rd home run of the season, and the Mets are going to take a 2-0 lead here as the polar bear Pete Alonso comes up.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1-2 count now to Alonso. Alonso, of course, is a free agent at the end of this season, as well as JD Martinez. Neither one of them are really guys that we'll be looking at. We just, like I said, we're in a younger direction. That's part of why I wanted to trade for Matt McLain. He was only 24, so he really did fit our timeline well.
The pitch. Got him looking.
And Cabrera is going to get the strikeout on Taylor. His second of this game.
Got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up.
Ground ball right to Josh Bell, and that'll do it for the inning. But the Mets, of course, have struck hard as they are up 2-0 going into our half of the first inning. Jesus Sanchez will be leading off for us. This may change pretty quickly. We may let Matt McClain lead off. That is ball 2 to Sanchez. Mets, it's a 43-54 record. 2 games better than us.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a...
And Jesus Sanchez with the leadoff home run. Maybe not. Maybe he gets to stay.
And they're on the scoreboard. It's
You'd love to see that.
It's a great way to fire up this crowd.
6th home run of the season for Jesus Sanchez. Been struggling a little bit this year, but that is very nice.
And it paid off.
Matt McClain, the next up for the Marlins.
Matt McClain up now. This is our first time using him. 3-1 count. Oh, that was a pitch to hit, but I was early. If we were on time with that, it was a home run. Game was tied. There's our lineup. Victor Mesa Jr. will be coming up. He's earned more playing time now due to injury issues.
Regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so, there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop.
Got him swinging. Now the third baseman.
So he is retired. The strikeout. Jake Berger up now. He's got decent power against righties. He may actually be better against righties than he is lefties, which is flip-flopped for the normal.
2 down, nobody on. Fights it off.
And that is fouled off by Berger.
The 1-2. Swing and a
And
miss.
we...
Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Marlins get one
Is it
back thanks to
a
this
pun to say we
score.
went fishing?
And it's now all set for the start of the inning. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Swing and a pop-off.
Fouled up behind home plate by Francisco Lindor. Her very sure-handed catcher back there will handle it.
Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you,
And that is out number 1.
frustrated with himself until this
Brett
next
Beatty kind of come in with a 1-1 count now.
Brett Beatty. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Man, he really
Strike
sells the
2.
changeup with that arm action.
To the right side, Chisholm.
And Jazz Chisholm will take it
Two down in the top of the second.
over to Josh Bell.
Luis Torrens
And that is
getting ready to
out
hit.
number 2. 2-1 count for Luis Torrens.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Mets go down quickly. They lead it 2-1. Bottom half of inning number 2. And at the plate for Miami, Brian De La Cruz.
So easy inning there.
Here's a high chopper.
And Brian De La Cruz is going to
here in the second.
ground out to third base. Very unfortunate.
You know, Boog, Jazz joined the ranks of Shohei Ohtani, Fernando Tatis Jr., and other young stars in baseball when he was named the cover athlete of MLB The Show.
Ooh, that circle change had me
Says he always
very
wanted to be
fooled.
on the cover of a video game, but never expected it to happen so quickly.
Cuts
Right.
and misses. It's a strikeout. Avisail Garcia up to the plate. The 2-1.
Avisail Garcia up now.
That one ripped.
I was late on that.
Racing
Didn't think I was
after
going to need to swing. But either way, it's a double. On time might have been more, but nice bit of two-out hitting there by Garcia. And we've got a runner in scoring position here for Josh Bell. Josh Bell's been fairly reliable in the games we've played, so I like these odds. Oof, that's fouled off. Still 1-2.
Man on second, 2 down. Here's Bell with a blast. Deep to
That's
right.
well hit. And bounces off the wall. Going to definitely be enough to bring Garcia home. Bell slides into second, safe with a double. And we've tied it up here in the bottom of the second. So offense been better today than what we've seen in the games we've played in the past. This ball number 2 to Kirk. That's well hit by Alejandro Kirk. We're going to go ahead and send Bell around. And he's going to get there. So again, a good bit of two-out hitting by Alejandro Kirk. Doesn't have a great clutch rating. Not much power, but he delivers when we needed him to.
And here is Jesus Sanchez.
That is a 12-6 curve well outside to Jesus Sanchez. I think he's now definitely looking for another one to go over the fence, but it's going to be outside, and Sanchez is going to walk. So runners on first and second now with 2 outs for Matt McLean. McLean has a very good clutch rating and is a good power bat. 1-2 count now. You can see his clutch is an 84. That's well struck to left center field. Gonna hit the wall. Kirk gets home. And Sanchez is in from second. 2-run double for Matt McLean. His addition already paying dividends for us. And we have got 5 runs here in the first 2 innings. It's wild.
And now here is Victor Mesa Jr.
Victor Mesa Jr. up now.
4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's good.
Runner breaks for third. Lifted in the air, right center field. Taylor sizing this one up and puts the squeeze on that one. And the inning is over. So 4 runs.
So that's going to do it, but the damage was done. RBIs for Josh Bell, Alejandro Kirk, and Matt McLean.
And we're back. And now Bader up to the plate. You talk about elite defensive players.
And the Mets lead is erased. So Cabrera with some run support to work with. He can actually work from behind a lead as opposed to working from in front of a behind. Don't think about that too hard, but it made sense.
Here's Starling Marte.
Starling Marte up now. He was an out last inning. He hits that one very well out to center field. Garcia hit the cutoff man, but Marte is in safe at second. It's unfortunate because the last time we had a runner on second for JD Martinez, he hit a nuke.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about
1-2 count here.
Hit to the right side into the outfield.
And he's battling. Already at 47 pitches for Cabrera. That's hit pretty deep. That's going to advance. Nope, they don't send him. We will go ahead and throw the ball over to third. Make sure he stays where he's at.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
So 2 outs now, 1-1 count to Pete Alonso. Why on earth was I controlling Berger?
Bell settles under it and makes the catch.
That is either a ball for Jazz or a ball for Josh Bell.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Jake Berger. Here's a 1-1.
5-2 now. 5-2 still, I guess. Jake Berger up at the plate. We will take that
He hasn't been very
for ball number
efficient
2.
in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's
Ooh,
going to get deeper into this
low
game.
pitch. Called a strike.
Kicks and fires.
Kind of had to take it anyway.
Breaking
That's
ball
going to be inside for ball 3.
Full count now. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. It doesn't even matter that much if you're
Had to protect with 2 strikes.
Really aggressively building their bullpen.
Definite strike there, but not a good pitch to hit. So good job by
Now it's going to be
Buto.
Brian De La Cruz. One down, base is empty. So
We were late on that.
1-2.
No, actually we weren't. Very early on a pitch. Nearly in the dirt. Love to see it.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt.
And that's a strikeout.
Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
You hear people talk
0 for
about
2 for De La Cruz, 0 for 2 for Jake Berger.
hitting approach, and that's a great example why, right?
Let's see if we can get a base hit with
Get a little deeper into the zone before he commits.
Jazz.
Way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt.
Nope.
On the other side,
Thought it had a chance, but
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third
didn't go
out.
anywhere near where I expected it to.
Back here in Miami, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton.
So we
and
start
set
off
to
with a
lead off
2-1
the fourth,
count.
Tyrone
That's
Taylor.
great. Thank you, game.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
But make up for it with that. And
Line drive.
Chisholm is going to be able to close on that for out number 1. Ronnie Mauricio up to bat now. And that is going to be hit into the gap between third and short
Now with 1 away.
for the first base hit of the inning.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the
And
plate.
his first hit of the game.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike
There's
2.
a strike to Francisco Lindor. Lindor's batting very low in the order. I'm wondering if he's been batting there all season or if he is.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's a strikeout. Or if they've moved him down in the order like we did with Jazz, just for the just to get him kind of back in the swing of things. 3-1 count now to Brett Beatty. Let's not walk him. Okay.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
I feel like I was not off enough on that for it to warrant being that low. But okay.
I think that if they gave the pitcher
We'll end the inning there.
scouting report on me, yes,
I was going to say, Brett Beatty's not nearly good enough of a hitter to be pitching around him.
Bottom of the 4th, and now the center fielder, Avisail Garcia.
Avisail Garcia up now.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
We were early on that.
And a pitch. That misses. 2 balls,
Ball's
2
low.
strikes.
2-2 count now to Garcia.
This game, and looks like sooner than later they're gonna have to go to the bullpen.
Bounced up the middle. Toss to Alonso. And 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
He's going to ground out to short.
Now. One down,
Josh Bell
base
had
is
the
empty.
RBI double
Now
last
fly
inning.
ball to right center.
That one well hit, but is not going to be a double.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. And up next for Miami, Alejandro
Kirk had the RBI single,
just
and that
off
is
the inside edge.
inside to Kirk for ball number 2.
This one smoked out to left.
Well hit ball. Not going to get down though. We were early.
We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in.
So
is
5-2
the
now.
speedy Harrison Bader.
Going into the top of the 5th inning.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
We've given up some hits, but it's pretty. Luzardo's been pretty. This isn't Luzardo. This is Cabrera. Cabrera's been pretty steady here. His 5th strikeout on that pitch.
Here comes a pitch. Popped up. Chisholm drifts towards it. Hauls it in, 2 away. And here is
And discussing the whole us trading Tanner Scott
this one popped up.
or whatever his name is.
Chisholm puts it away.
He
Is that nothing doing? And welcome back to the
it's
ballpark.
to a certain extent it's almost like selling the rest of the season, but we're not gonna be a playoff team. So that's a base hit for Jesus Sanchez. He's quietly having a very good game. We're not going to make it into the playoffs. It's just not going to happen. We're too far back at this point, and
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
good contact, but not hit far enough. That is the first out. But yeah, we're too far back, and I needed offensive help badly. McLean was on the trade block. They wanted to get rid of him. For some reason, they decided that they wanted a closer with an ERA in the sevens. And even though he had 25, I think he had 25 or 27 saves, he had 7 blown saves, which was already his career high. And we were just at the All-Star break.
And a pitch. Fouls it off, still
Scott was also a free agent at the end of the year, so
at first, one gone.
moved on from him, moved on from Trevor Rogers, who was also kind of he was, kind of stuck in the weird pitching vacuum that we had.
They get it in quickly.
So there was just a
first and second, now one out.
I'm sure he feels really
there was just a ton of them. We didn't know who was going to break out of it, and Rogers had the unfortunate side effect of being hurt for a while.
Next offering in there.
Checked our swing there, didn't matter. It was a strike anyway.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Last half of inning number 5. Pulls the string with the changeup.
97 clutch for Jake Berger, not enough for that.
Key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count, and as a pitcher,
And of course, De La Cruz does not hit lefties for power hardly at all. That may be enough.
Oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. Tag at second, and he's
We do score the run because they throw back to second. So I didn't want the runner to go. He rounded second too far. We do manage to get one run, which is nice. Obviously, if he wouldn't have been thrown out trying to come back, he would have been. We would have had an opportunity to get more runs, but it is what it is. Cabrera's getting close to the end of his day. This is probably his last inning. He's at. That was a strikeout. A very good strikeout. His sixth of the day. He just hit 90 pitches with that. And I would expect between quick counts and then battling off with these foul balls, he's probably right at 100 by the end of the inning. And that's just assuming it's a 1-2-3, which it's most likely not going to be. Taylor holds up at first, and they do have a runner on now with one out here in the top of the 6th. 6-2 game.
In there at the knees for a strike.
Ronnie Mauricio watches that.
The Mets down by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th.
Located. Punch out. Strikeout number 7 for Edward Cabrera. I wish we could get him to go 7. It'd really help the ERA, but it's just not smart. So this will be pitch number 100. There's a possibility he ends it with just 100 pitches. He does, because the ump is in our back pocket.
So no runs here and a base hit, no errors, and one left. Bottom of the inning.
Okay. So coming up, we've got Brett Beatty, Torrens, and Bader. They all hit lefties worse. Andrew Nardi has calmed down quite a bit in his ERA shenanigans. So we will warm him up, scheduled to put him in the game. We have 2 relievers over 70. Anthony Bender's the only one that's been on the team for very long. Huascar Brazaban was a all-star this year. He really should have his overall going up, but he is 34. Probably why it's
And at
not.
the plate for Miami, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Actually, a deserved all-star too, not just a hey, the entire Marlins team is bad, but they have to have an all-star, so I guess it's you. I think him and Braxton Garrett both made it.
Swing and a
I don't know
miss.
that we had
That one in
anybody
the
else though.
dirt. Gets
And
to it
Chisholm
on
is gonna
first.
strike out
Time to
there.
get him. What a
He
way
is
to
0 for
strike
3
out.
today.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate.
Avisail,
Home watching it, thinking,
Garcia.
what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just
That
devastating.
is gonna get down, and that's gonna be extra bases for Garcia. He's gonna come into second with a double.
And he's got his second double of the game.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases.
Wish we weren't starting him, but he's nice. But he is a nice, a very oddly nice player in the show.
Tough pitch to keep fair, but his timing was great.
Went around on that. They said,
and he went around.
don't know that I believe
That's
him.
ruled a swing.
I don't think you can challenge check swings.
Here's a 1-2. And they'll do it again.
The nice thing about Garcia is he's got pretty solid hitting. He has pretty solid contact. Power's okay.
Check swing. Now
We're safe on that one.
And he held back according to Rusty
That was
Valentine.
the strike anyway, but
Runner
okay.
at second here, one gone. On the ground to short.
But he's also got pretty solid speed, honestly, for how old he is.
2 gone now.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for.
Alejandro Kirk
Nice ground
up to bat now.
Now it's the Marlins catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
His short, stocky self.
1-1. In the air,
And
left field,
that
down the line.
is
And
foul.
that is a
Oh,
foul ball.
thought it.
He was geared up for
Kirk
a
thought it was
fastball
gone.
right there. Maybe
We
got
thought
a
it was
little
gone.
choppy
The camera thought it was
sliding out
gone.
of the hand, but
A swing and a miss.
The pitch hit us because we swung at it. And that's going to be it. Andrew Nardy's going to come out of the bullpen to take over for Edward Cabrera, who really threw one bad pitch, and other than that, handled the game well, I thought.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball
First
2.
pitch is a
looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for him yet.
ball, but then he comes right back, same location with a strike. Well, not exact same location, but it's further in the zone. That was a pitch down the middle. Beatty can't hit it. I'm telling you, Beatty is not a good hitter, and he's really bad against lefties. That's why we went with Nardi. Base hit there for Luis Torrens. So back to the top of the order now for the Mets. They're hoping to get a rally started here. Oh, and maybe something brewing. They've got runners at first and second. One out, so just one ground ball, maybe all it takes. Bill to McLean to Nardi, and that's the double play. 1-6-1, 3-6-1 double play. Yeah, 3-6-1.
Set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the right field.
We are also at the top of our order.
Big swing and a miss.
Jesus Sanchez is 2 for 2 today. Walk, a home run, and a walk, a home run, and a single.
Drew Smith preparing to come on if needed.
Good outing for him today.
1-2 here. And there's a ball. Towards first, Alonso. And he handles it himself for the out. And the batter will be the shortstop, Matt McClain. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
He's going to get to first.
Get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Base hit there.
Just so sound in his mechanics.
McClain's got some speed now. I think we're going to be looking to steal.
Just continue to carry through.
Not a great base stealer, though, so this may be a bad idea. It's outside. Throw to second is high, and McClain is going to get to second. So eliminated the double play, have a runner in scoring position.
Swings through that one.
Circle changes low to Mesa. This season he's 182 with runners in scoring position. Clutch rating is actually not terrible for a guy with his rating. I think that is going to be it for him. Oh, I should have tagged up. I wasn't paying attention.
Number 2.
I wasn't thinking about it. I was like, oh, it's foul. It's not in play.
Jake Berger, the next up for the Marlins.
Stupid. We're going to try stealing third.
And he deals. He's trying for third. That's in for a strike.
Called that a strike. Thought it was,
easily.
looked like it was inside, but what do I know? Either way, Knight's stolen base of the season for Matt McClain. Well, that would have been really nice if we only had one out.
That's the inning.
So I would have driven in the run. We will change pitchers now to bring in Brazoban. He will face JD Martinez. Doesn't hit righties nearly as well. I think this might actually be the first time we physically have used Brazoban. Unless it was like in a jump-in situation, and I don't remember it. Bell manages to corral it in time and get the toss over to Brazoban for out number 1. 2-1 count now to Pete Alonso.
The pitch. In the air, fairly deep to right field.
And that is a fly ball to right field. Easy pickings for Sanchez. And that will do it.
2 outs, base is empty. And here is Tyrone Taylor. Ball to strike. The pitch.
Tyrone Taylor now.
Chopped on the ground.
Grounder to Berger. Over to Bell. And that is out number 3. Oh, we've managed to retain this 6-2 lead. I'm going to let Brazoban take the 9th inning.
So far, he's been pretty electric.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout.
Right out there for De La Cruz. We just.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. the next up for the Marlins.
All right, Chisholm. Here's your chance to get out of the offer.
That's foul off to the right
Not
side.
if I'm
Keeps
controlling
the
you,
inning
though.
going. One down, base is empty. That one almost got him.
He is just getting further and further inside with that slurve. Getting a little comfortable with it. Oh, interesting. Noble Meyer is now the number 8 prospect in the majors and the number 2 starting pitcher. I'm guessing behind Paul Skeens if he's still considered a prospect. We'll go look at that here after this game, if I remember.
Mauricio to first. He made the
Easy pickings there.
Out after a long at bat.
And we are at 2 outs now for Garcia.
2 down, nobody on. Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled. Throws to first.
That's an out.
Garcia gone
Into the 8th inning now.
And we're back.
We are 3 outs away from getting the win here.
Ronnie Mauricio. That one the other way, and a base hit.
Berger not the most dexterous person over there. Not able to get to that, so the first runner will reach.
Here's Francisco Lindor.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving.
1-2 to
Don't try do
Lindor
too
after he
much.
fouls that pitch off.
The 1-2. And the slider just misses.
Ball 2.
It's a good take.
I know Lindor's supposedly struggling, but I'm not, he's still a very dangerous hitter.
Swing and a miss. Struck him
Sinker
out.
got him, though.
And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. And at
2
first,
outs away now.
stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty. Swing and a miss. Nice
They're
change.
giving Beatty a handicap.
Right there, just pulled the string.
Now this is in the air down the line. 2 down.
Fly out to Sanchez, and that is 2 outs. So any out anywhere is perfectly fine.
Luis Torrens, the next
Pitcher
hitter.
getting tired.
That one missed.
Doesn't place that real well.
Ground ball, and this should do it.
And that's the game.
Time, and that'll do it.
Marlins win.
Take the series opener here at home.
Cabrera will get his 4th win of the season. We get our 42nd. The Mets inch closer to us in the race for the bottom. 4-10 now for Cabrera. Jose Buto is now 5-10.
Your final 6-2.
We get 6 runs, a very surprising 6 runs.
Crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John
Their only
Schaefer.
offense came
Thanks for
from that
joining us.
home run. And JD Martinez didn't do anything else. Jesus Sanchez was 2 for 3 with a home run and an RBI. Matt McClain 2 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. Garcia was 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. Josh Bell 1 for 3, double and an RBI. Alejandro Kirk also had a RBI. Is that all of them? 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't remember who got the other one. I'm going to have to look now. De La Cruz, Bell, Sanchez, Kirk, McClain had 2. Okay. Sanchez's RBI numbers look really bad because he missed so much freaking time. McClain also had 2 stolen bases. Cabrera got the win. Nardi got the hold. That helped his ERA. We helped Cabrera's ERA, and Brazoban continues to be excellent out of the bullpen. The Mets did come away with 9 hits, but doesn't really matter if you don't win. So Noble Meyer is now 8th in the prospect rankings. Only pitcher ahead of him is Hurston Waldrop for the Braves. A run on shortstops here. I don't know where any of our other prospects would be. At the start of the season, we had one. I think somebody was at 96, but I don't even know if we have them anymore. Dylan Head is our number 2 prospect. Yeah, our farm system is a little lacking. He's been really good at Double-A. He's 19 though, so I don't feel the need. I'm not gonna hurry him along. He can spend all of this season in Double-A and then go to Triple-A to start next year. Weathers is improving while he's in Double-A, which is good. So he can stay there for now. it does look like going into next season, the starters are going to be Perez, Alcantara, and Braxton Garrett for the top three. AJ Puck will bring back, and he can be one. And then really we can pay all of them because they're on cheap, either renewable contracts or arbitration. So I actually want to sim ahead to where we can view our draft picks because the show is weird and won't show you them. So Encarnacion does sign with us. Hom Min and Fernando Costo really doesn't want to sign with us. You got a tough stretch of games here after the Mets. Got Baltimore, Milwaukee, and Tampa Bay. We do take 2 of 3 against the Mets. Max Meyer gets no help, but it looks like he wasn't the one that gave up those runs. No, he gave up 5. Uh, Brazoban actually gave up a run. It's unfortunate. Who pitched in this one? Luzardo. So he had a good game. That's good. We got a good game out of Cabrera and Luzardo. That's nice to see. He's injured. I don't even really know if I want him, is the thing. So we take 3 out of 4 against the Mets, which means we have a better record than they do now. Well, no, okay, because we lost that game. So we would have been tied had we won that. Who was Braxton Garrett? I'm not even so much concerned about my pitchers getting wins. I'm more. Puck had a good start. 7 innings, 1 earned run. So we like to see. Like I said, I'm more concerned about earned runs. Garrett gave up a bunch. He hasn't been as good lately. I'm not super worried about it, but can I place? Can Brujan be placed on the 10-day injured list? Oh wait, it's the 40-man roster that's a problem. Okay. Well, I can fix that too. Birch Smith here. He's actually having a really good year, but ain't no need in you being on the 40-man. And we get swept by the Orioles. It's about all I'm willing to offer you, sir. Either sign or don't. But we are at 44 and 59. We currently sit. It looks like we're going to have. We've got the 3rd worst record in the majors right now. Which is good because you want to be in that top 3 as far as the lottery is concerned. We beat the Brewers there. C.J. Abrams is traded to the Red Sox for Roman Anthony and Yo Cespedes. I think that's a good trade for the Red Sox. They do one of their top prospects is a shortstop, so it's kind of blocks him a little bit, but I think he can play second base, so I don't think that's that big of a deal. Or he may actually even be a second baseman. And that is three really good quality young infielders that they have now. So Edward Cabrera lost that game. Luzardo lost that game. Mayer got the win, pitched really well. Puck got the win, pitched really well. Again, he's definitely Puck. I think is earning his spot to be on the in the rotation next season. And Garrett is getting worse, but yeah, that's what I thought. Old injured ass. I don't think I can turn this trade down. Kyle Manzardo is one of their top prospects. His potential's gone down, but he's been increasing his power. His batting average is a little low this season. Looks like they're just trying to cut bait here, and especially since they've got Josh Naylor. But I don't really have a better option going forward at first base, and I'm tired of them playing Betancourt anyway, so kind of a win-win. I'd like to get. Oh, they traded for Ji-Hwan Bae. I'm sorry. All right, we've made a trade. Fortes is going to have to come up. And why is Manzardo on the MLB team? Okay, there. That solves that issue. No, we're done with trades. It's the last day to sign draft picks. We lost 1-7 to Tampa Bay, and then we won 7-1. Luzardo gets another good start. This series right here is going to be really important for draft position. I have a feeling. Calendar sim this day needs a triple to hit for the cycle. Puck is now 6-6. Yanni Chiritos lost that game, so I'm guessing he blew the save late. Yeah, Meyer pitched a hell of a game. He had a shutout going. Wait, I'm confused. How did Brian Hoeing get the blown save if Chirinos was the one that had all the earned runs? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. De La Cruz is like the only one that did anything really, but that's okay. Jazz with another 0 for 4. His average is plummeting. Okay, now the moment of truth. Oh, contract extensions first. Matt McLean. Sure, pal. That's what you want. I'm willing to go ahead and give that contract to Braxton Garrett. He's played well. He deserves it. 2 years, $4 million for him. 2 years, 1.3 million a year. I think I'm okay with that for him. Cabrera, yep. De La Cruz at 3.9 million a year. I think that's a solid deal. Senzel, I don't know. What has Jorge Mateo done? I don't know. He doesn't really play a lot, but he's getting better. Mateo was really just a I'm trying to offload people type of situation. What does Lazardo want? 8 million a year. He's probably gonna end up. Well, yes, I'll definitely re-sign Weathers for that deal. Sanchez at 3.4 million. Brujan. Kyle Manzardo we just traded for. Can't not re-sign him. We'll leave it at that. Okay. Moment of truth. So our first draft with the Marlins, we've got Jose Hidalgo is a 72 overall with 81 potential. He already has 72 power versus lefties. That's great. He's 18, got the chance to get better. He has a few good seasons in the minors, and we are golden. Hideki Iwamura, 91 potential, 63 overall. Potential not quite as high as I'd like, but again, he's only 18. Rafael Cano, 88 potential, 58 overall. Kind of low on the overall. We'll see how that pans out. Brian Encarnacion, 64 overall, 80 potential. Carlos Parra, 83 potential, 59 overall, 84 potential, 62 overall for Tom Min. And Costo is a 58 overall with 73 potential. And of course, he had that injury, so yeah. I'm pretty happy with the class. There wasn't anybody in it that I could really identify as being that I could guarantee was going to be excellent. I think these top three guys will end up working out pretty well in our favor. Brian Encarnacion, I think, has got a chance. The problem with his potential and Hidalgo's potential is since they're so close to being a C, being a 70, they can dip down into that C potential pretty easily. Let's go see if there's anybody else interesting. The Phillies did not sign their first round pick. Marcos Camacho. High caps. Andy Guy. There's somebody we weren't sure about for the Reds, but they knew what they were doing. He ended up being a solid player. Anthony Kelly, starting pitcher. 71 overall, 85 potential for the Brewers. A nice pick for them. The Pirates did not sign their first round pick, so he'll be back in the draft next year. They pulled a 97 over, potential first baseman in the late rounds. Cardinals didn't do anything overly impressive. Tommy Ryu looks like he could be a pretty good closer. Adrian Calderon. He was a guy we looked at. 66 overall, 86 potential. I think I'm happier with the guy we took, that first baseman. Uh, ooh, really good closing pitcher, Mark Fox. That's who they took with their competitive, not their competitive balance pick, but it was their reward for Gunnar Henderson winning Rookie of the Year. 94 potential, 72 overall. I mean, he could come in and be a closer next year. Ooh, okay. 67 overall, 99 potential for the Red Sox with their third pick, a second baseman. So they've got him. They've got Marcelo Mayer. They've got Tristan Casas. They've got C.J. Abrams now. Got Rafael Devers. That's looking like a pretty nice little team the Red Sox are putting together. It could be a problem in a few years. The Rays didn't sign either of their first two picks. They had the first. Okay, yeah, that they could have definitely done better on starting pitchers if they would have taken either of the two that we took with our second and third picks. So overall, not a super impressive draft. That second baseman uh the Red Sox got, probably the best player. This Ken Gunter guy looks pretty nice. Rangers didn't do anything great. Braves didn't sign their first pick and had a bad draft after that. And so, all in all, I think we had one of the better drafts. Um, Everybody except for Tom Min is 18, so, and he's only 20. So we've got a lot of time for these guys to develop. Um, we definitely helped our farm system there. Unfortunately, it was like all starting pitchers, but we've also got, like, if we go look at the top prospects, Manzardo should be on here now somewhere. No, he's considered our number 4 prospect behind Dylan Head and Joe Mack. That's weird. Okay. Let's kind of go look at our. Let's take a look at some of our lower guys. So Noblemeyer, he is 10-3 with a 2.56 ERA in Double A. Devin Smeltzer was a guy I was interested in, and he's been really good. He's also been hurt for a little while. Other than that, we don't really have anybody. I guess I could. You know, our 3 starting pitchers in AAA are ridiculous. We have a 90, an 85, and a 79 pitching for us in AAA. Are they getting better? He is. He's actually worked on he's got his walks per nine up, and his Ks per nine, and his hits per nine. His fielding, arm strength, accuracy, and reaction time have also gone up. So that's cool. Alcantara has gone up, and he's got his hits per nine, Ks per nine, walks per nine, home runs per nine, clutch, and control have all gone up. And then all that fielding stuff that I don't really care about for my pitcher. Weathers has gone up while he's been here. Stamina's gone down, but he has improved his hits per nine, Ks per nine, walks per nine, his clutch, and his control, which is good. And he's gotten better overall wise. We re-signed him. He's doing well. I really think I'm just going to keep him in AAA for the rest of the season. Or I'll make him a call up at the end of the year. I'm curious. What is his? I'm not going to change it. I just want to know what his potential is at an 89. So I'm hoping maybe at the end of the season it goes up. We'll see. But I think our future's looking much better. We're ranked 28th in pitching. I think it mostly because of our Where's the little thing where you can look at the depth chart? There it is. So I mean that's what our pitching rotation looks like right now. We also have the 29th ranked bullpen, and our closer is we basically don't have one. But if you look forward to 2025, our starting pitchers look a lot nicer. Yuri Perez, Alcantara, Garrett back, Luzardo, Cabrera, Noblemeyer. We could also have actually have Noblemeyer making the majors next year. I don't think he will, but you never know. Chisholm and McLean in the middle infield. Berger at third. Otto Lopez is still there. De La Cruz, Mateo, Senzel. They've got Manzardo coming up. $2027. Okay, that's interesting. Well, um, next episode will probably be a good bit of simming. I think we'll sim to the Colorado series and play one of those. So we're at Colorado, so maybe we can get some long balls. And then after that, it'll be September. And so I expect us to have 3 more episodes this season, and then we will go into the episode after that will be the off season, and then we probably won't move it like a super quick. We won't go through the season at as quick of a pace. We'll play more games. Like I said, I'm just trying to get through the first season because y'all can see it's been pretty rough. We'll definitely hit. I think we'll hit 60 wins, as we only need 13 more over the span of 2 months. And we do have to play. We've got 4 games against the Rockies, 3 against the Mets, 4 against the Reds. That's all just this month. And then next month, we've got to play Washington twice. Well, that's 6 games against Washington. And we do also have, though, Toronto, Minnesota, the Dodgers, the Braves, the Phillies. So we'll just see. I think we'll get to 60 wins. Oh, and in other news, the Braves have climbed into first place in our division. Remember, they started off pretty slow, and now they are in first. Let's look at the rest of the league and just see where the standings are at. So the Central is competitive-ish. The Reds aren't really out of it, but they also are. If the Brewers would just go on a win streak, they could probably close out the. They're all beating up on each other. The Brewers are 18 and 19 in the division. Cubs are 20 and 20. Cardinals are 18 and 15. The Pirates are 17 and 15, and the Reds are 13 and 17. In the West, the Dodgers already have 78 wins. The Padres are 10 games over 500 and are 18 and a half games back. That's wild. Diamondbacks are 27 back. Giants are 30 and a half back, and the Rockies are 32 and a half back. Okay, that's fun. The Diamondbacks don't sim well. I don't know why. They have a good roster. Actually, no, they don't. They're ranked 19th. Huh. No respect, I guess. First in contact for the Padres. Third ranked roster for the Dodgers, but it just sims really, really well. Interesting wild card situation there. Because the Braves technically have one more win, but the Phillies have a higher winning percentage. So in the American League, Orioles and the Yankees are really close there. The Red Sox are at 58 and 50, but they just got C.J. Abrams, so they are probably going to make a nice little push for the wild card. Guardians are 64 have 64 wins. They're actually the team holding down that division, which actually makes sense because they're really good in real life. Astros, Rangers, Mariners all kind of in play. This is about how the actually no, this isn't how the West looks in real life. The Mariners are up here at the top. The Astros are down here, and then the A's and the Angels are both really bad too. And the Rangers are in second. I know the end of this episode is kind of starting to drag on, but I want to look at some of these rosters just to see how things have changed. Um, Gregory Santos, who are you? Did they? Who the hell did they trade Mason Miller to? Um, the Royals got a pretty nice little group of starters there. Tariq Skubal is excellent. Jack Flaherty's having a pretty solid year. Actually, Skubal's really not having that good of a year. So this is what their starting rotation is: Shane Bieber, Tanner Bibby, Gavin Williams, Logan Allen, Tristan McKenzie. Yeah, that's their starting lineup, their starting rotation. It's the bullpen. They have a really good bullpen. That's what's helping them. One of the best closers in the majors in Emmanuel Clase. They also have James Karinchak. If I would have known I forgot that he was a closer. I'd tried to trade for him. Bo Naylor's a 67 overall. That's why they wanted a catcher. I understand. Okay, I understand that trade more. They've been like making lateral moves to get better. White Sox still suck. I'm looking for one player specifically. Okay, there's another thing that the that the Red Sox did. They went out and got Mason Miller. They also have Kenley Jansen. Liam Hendriks is actually in AAA. They could bring him up, and their bullpen would be way better. Starting rotation: Tanner Houck is having a great year. Garrett Whitlock was, but he's hurt. Nick Pavetta's pitching well. Brian Bello hasn't been amazing, but Connor Wong has had a really good year. It's kind of crazy. Tristan Casas. Okay, they traded from Edmundo Sosa too. Um, Nick Gonzalez traded for him from the Pirates. They're doing everything in their power to keep pace. Rafael Devers, of course, is still there. Yeah, C.J. Abrams. They've got Trevor Story. Masataka Yoshida, Jaron Duran, Rob Refsnyder. Sedane Rafaela, and Tyler O'Neill in right field. This is a really good team. If they can bring O'Neill back next year, they've got the potential to build something. I don't know. I wonder what they traded to the A's. I might can figure it out. The A's actually. And I'm not even upset about that because that is 100% something that the A's would do. He's already on the trade block, or not on the trade block, but everybody kind of assumes that he's going to be traded. They don't even have a closer in the majors. Well, then let me have this guy. Okay, Kyle Teal was part of the deal. Tyler Soderstrom has been not very good, but he's getting better. It's kind of odd. Nick Prado came from the Royals. Did he get traded there in real life? I don't know. Max Muncy, not to be confused with Max Muncy. Colt Emerson, I think, might have been somewhere else too. Marcelo Mayer. There we go. Okay, so they had Marcelo Mayer did play shortstop. They traded him and Kyle Teal to the A's for Mason Miller. I think it's probably a smart move, especially since they then bring in C.J. Abrams. So, pretty solid move there by the Red Sox. They're kind of going all in. The Rays got T.J. Friedel for Xavier Isaac, Shane Baz, and Braden Taylor. Yeah, Mason Miller for Marcelo Mayer and Kyle Teal. And they also got Nick Gonzalez for Josh Winkowski, Tyler McDonough, Ryan McMahon from the Rockies. Astros did. The Twins got Andrew McCutchen. It's kind of rude. The Rangers traded for Brian Reynolds. Okay. Tanner Scott, Trevor Rogers, and Osiris Johnson for Matt McLean. Yep. The Astros traded for Lane Thomas. Rangers and Pirates just stay out here making deals. I didn't even realize they didn't have. Okay, Colt Emerson played for the Mariners. I was right. He did play for somebody else. And as did Gregory Santos. They traded him for Brent Rooker. And the Royals traded Nick Prado for Scott Alexander. Okay. So the A's have just been making all kinds of moves. Not any that make them better, but I support the I support the Red Sox in their endeavors too. They are trying very hard to get better. But so are we. It's just slow going. He wanted a big deal, didn't he? Yeah, $8 million a year. I don't think I'm willing to give that to you yet because you have 2 years of arbitration left. So we'll deal with that. Anyway, this episode's been too long. I will see you guys in the next one. This is Friar Chuck saying bye bye.